greetings from a very sunny Zhengzhou in Henan province and welcome to our special coverage today. Today marks China's Farmers' Harvest Festival, a celebration of the incredible efforts of our nation's farmers and the marvelous foods they bring to our tables.
All right, Zhongshi, and the main event of this year's Farmer Harvest Festival is set in the county of Henan province, and I think it's a quite fitting arrangement to me because Henan is always regarded as the heart of China's agricultural landscape. With the vast plain, the rich soil, the region is also known as one of the greatest grain producers in China, supplying wheat, corn, and rice to millions of people all across the country every year.
That's absolutely true. And today, as we dive into the cultural traditions and technological innovations surrounding the harvest here in Henan, we'll explore how this province continues to play a pivotal role in ensuring agricultural successes and food security for China.
Yeah, but before all these, Zhongshi, let's first check in with our colleague Feng Yilei, who is now in Lankao County of Henan Province, to walk us through some of the latest technologies that are revolutionizing China's traditional farming. So Yilei, what do you have for us there?
Well, thank you, Chunying. Well, here in Lankao, the joy of festival is not just about harvest, but also cutting-edge technologies introduced to local farmers. And now I'm with some incredible demonstration tools and tech that promise to revitalize local farming activities. And to show you how, I'm bringing in Mr. Hao Nian, the Deputy General Manager of Henan Ruiken Agricultural Development Company. Mr. Hao is also a leading grain producer in this region. Thank you so much, Mr. Hao, for joining us. So first off, could you please tell us how do you manage farming activities nowadays without even being physically in the field? 谢谢郝先生接受我们采访。首先想请您给我们介绍一下，现在您不用下到田间地头也可以处理一些农务，它这个是具体是怎么操作的呢？
现在的话呢，我们只需要通过
We only need to use this app. You use your cell phone, and with just one click, you can operate distantly. From a distance, we could have intelligent irrigation. Now it's in operation. As you can see, the pump is already
on. If we take a closer look here. So with just a few clicks on his tablet, there is a screen over there monitoring the farmland afar. So it is supposed to be a remote irrigation system. So let's see what's going to happen.
The water is out.
Well, that is remarkable. So beyond that, what else can you do with this system? 就您除了这个灌溉以外，还能用这个终端做些什么？
We could also have real-time monitoring of each field to have an idea about, for example, the soil and the pests. We could have an understanding.
So, Mr. Hao, I just wonder, compared to traditional methods, what sort of impact this system has had on your day-to-day farm management? 就是这个系统的它的这个应用啊，对您这个传统的农业管理带来哪些变化？
首先呢，这个能很大意义上节省
To a great extent, it helps to reduce manpower and cost. Second of all, we could have precise monitoring of some crops. In that way, the crops could have higher yield and generate more revenues. And also, our farming efficiency is improved. So we can reduce cost and improve efficiency and so on.
Well, so that is indeed a vivid visualization of the difference that agricultural technologies can have on agricultural production. But to help you better understand this platform that empowers those smart agricultural activities that you just saw, I'm now joined by Mr. Ma Guoqiang, Director at Rural Revitalization Research Institute of China Mobile Henan. Mr. Ma, thank you so much for being on our program. And we know that you have been involved in the development of this system, right? So I wonder, how does your team facilitate such, let's say, precise and smart farm management with your technological strength?
Thanks to our sound infrastructure development with remote sensing, unmanned drones, and the equipment as well as big data, then they together work with the platform to have a modeling and then have some decision making, offering the farmers with some remote control methods. With their cell phones, they could realize irrigation and other farming activities.
Well, I should say the most impressive part to me is just the integration of all these features and the real implementation of those technologies in real agricultural production. But at the same time, I wonder if you have some other emerging technologies to share with us today.
This is another example. We have a 5G dedicated technology and a remote sensing technology so that we can have some management of the machines over 100 kilometers away. So even in some irregular fields or complicated scenarios, we could apply them.
Well, I'd say this is really cool because it just looked like you are, I'd say, piloting a mecha as if you are in a sci-fi movie or in a game. So can I have a try on it?
Right now, it's not operational time period. The machines are already parking, so no for now. This is the control rod. You could see the agricultural machines real time
here. What a pity I cannot actually drive this device at the moment, but I really look forward to the application of this piece of machinery in the future to see how it can handle those special missions as Mr. Ma mentioned. But over there, I noticed there's a special, let's say it's a sand table. What is that all about?
This is our vision about the future agriculture. There are several parts like the farming fields, some houses, and also for husbandry keeping places. And this is plantation field. The agricultural machines can be managed over here. So this is for the daily lives of the farmers over here. And also we have some old age care facilities and village development fields to boost the local farmers' living standards. And we have a center to improve the governance efficiency of the rural areas.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ma, for this detailed explanation. Thank you again for insights. So I think this portrait of future also shows that mechanization and digitalization of rural areas will continue to be essential in China, not only for improving farming efficiency, but just as our guest speaker said earlier, it is also about enhancing, for example, rural ecosystems and improving the livelihoods of people living on this land and eventually driving nationwide rural revitalization. And with that, now over to you in Zhengzhou.
Eli, that's what all of this festival is about. Fascinating reporting. Thank you so much. And before we move on, what do we have in our hands here?
Right, these two lovely, cute little toys are called cloth tigers, and they're not only all handmade, but also well-recognized the cultural and intangible cultural heritage.
They're handmade from head to toe, and that's how the craft lives on. And the very specific, very delicate work of those artisans. And in case you're wondering how tigers fit into all of this, because in ancient China, tigers symbolize a pursuit for happiness,
exactly,
protection from the evil, and
the
guardian of the wealth. No wonder people would have these cute little artworks in their homes to pray for blessings and good luck.
And actually, the cloth tigers are not alone. There are many folk art and festival rituals have evolved over time to cultural heritage. Check this out.
These actually make my knees weak because I grew up addicted to sugar paintings. So the artisans use heated molten sugar to make a number of patterns. They can be anything. They can be animals. They can be plants. So over here we have this pattern here, which is a wheat. We have sorghum, we have corn, and over here it says 大丰收 or big harvest. We need to move on, or otherwise I can never.
I just feel like licking it. I hope I can do that after the show.
I can't look back, otherwise I'll be stuck in that place forever. And over here we have some very interesting toys. They are called clay dogs. But they don't have to be in the form of dogs all the time. They can be in the form of any animal, really.
Tiger.
We have a little tiger here, and this one, as I understand, is a lion. This is work in process. As you can see, step number 1 all the way to the finished product. And with each step, you add a little bit colors to the little toy here.
So this one is the finished one.
This is the finished product with full colors applied on the toy.
And this one is almost done.
This one is almost done. Today on our program, we'd like to show you how the finishing touches are applied here.
Yeah.
So,
would you like to finish it off?
I will do the honor. With this little product here, we will dip this brush in the color red. And where do we apply the color red?
The lip?
A little bit on the mouth. That's the
mouth.
Lipstick.
Yeah.
A little bit over the eyes.
The eyeshadow.
And a little bit over the nostrils. I'm not very good. But this gives you a general idea of what the finished product looks like with full colors applied on. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
This is actually very exciting because I think everyone can do this. This is wood block painting. Trini, why don't we go over here and take a close look at this. So,
this is a finished artwork, right?
This is the finished product. What elements do we have over here?
I see wheat, fish, which symbolizes good fortune, harvest, etc. So the full picture depicts how people celebrate the bumper harvest.
Exactly. And Trini, I think you got to grab this opportunity and create a piece of art on your own. Can you do it?
I just can't wait to do that. Bring it on. So all I have to do is, first of all, I'll put on
a little apron. And we have the ink and water ready here. The first step, Trini will pick up a little, not a little brush, a big brush over there and dip it in the ink and water.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the first step here, and to roll the ink onto the block, right?
Onto the block. The key here really is to apply the right pressure. You don't want to be too light. You don't want to be too heavy. You want to apply the pressure properly and with just the amount of force here.
Wow. It's not an easy task, not as easy as it appears.
So the ink and water have to be the right mix for the magic to happen.
Okay.
Trini is struggling just a little bit here, but will she do it? All right, we're set with this first step. And then the artist obviously comes in to help us a little bit to spread the ink evenly on this carved block. Basically, this is about using this carved wooden block to press patterns onto textiles or paper. Now we place this piece of paper onto the wooden block. It's quite windy today, so that adds to the challenge. And again,
to use another brush
is using another bigger brush
to press the paper onto the block so that the design could be transferred from the wood to the paper.
Okay, the wind certainly is not cooperating, but this is her first try.
Yeah.
Let's be happy and tolerant for her. Are you ready to reveal your work?
3, 2, 1. Time of magic. Let's see.
I think we got the crucial elements here.
Really?
The wheat we can see, the fish we can see, albeit a little blurred, but not too bad for a first timer.
That's
Congratulations.
so nice of you.
Congratulations.
So mission completed.
So,
thank you.
With this painting right here, we would like to wish everyone a prosperous and happy harvest. All right, let's move on to our next stop here. In addition to all of these cultural traditions, obviously, we would like to show you the technology aspect of agriculture here in Henan province. And for that, we're joined by Professor Wang Guifeng from Henan Agriculture University. And Professor Wang has brought with us 2 years of corn, actually. One of them is taller, one shorter, but the shorter one is future generation variety. You might be curious as to which one weighs more. Let's try that. You would think, right? Let's put it on a scale and find out. So this is the taller year of corn. It weighs 277, 78, something like that. And this is the shorter one, next generation. 280, 86, something like that. But they're obviously very different in sizes. Professor Wang, how did that happen? Why does this future generation variety weigh more?
Oh, well, basically we did 3 things to make this happen. First, we optimized the plant architecture, and that means the plants was more compact. Therefore, we can grow more plants in a confined field. For this variety, actually, it increased 1 to 1.5 thousand years in 1 Chinese unit mu. Second, we decreased the plant height to about 2.4 meters. This could make the plants much stronger to cope with unfavorable conditions like lunging and diseases. Third, we actually also increased the seed weight. Combined for this variety, the yield can increase about 200 kilograms per Chinese unit mu. That means for farmers, they can earn additional 500 yuan.
That's very interesting to learn.
Very interesting and very educative. But I have another question. We know that climate change nowadays has posed significant challenges to modern agriculture. We're talking about some extreme weather patterns, including droughts, floodings, and the migration of pests, etc. So how has China's agriculture sector been affected, and how should we cope?
Yes, indeed. Grain production is facing more challenges. The frequency of extreme weather events has intensified and somehow unpredictable. Like last year's successive raining at wheat harvest season that actually caused great loss. Therefore, it is urgent to improve crop resistant to environment stresses, and moreover, diseases and pests are also prevalent nowadays. Some pathogens could infect both wheat and maize, especially in this stop cropping system region. And also some are carried by extreme weather. For example, typhoon could bring some pathogen from the tropical region, like southern corn rust. It can cause up to 50% yield loss. That's quite a lot, right? So we cloned the world's first rust-resistant gene and used it in these varieties. So this is also resistant to the rust.
It's so important to really take stock of the challenges, of the problems, so we can come up with solutions just to make that happen. Professor Wang, thank you so much. And today, as we mark this year's Farmers Harvest Festival, it's so important to know that Henan province continues its commitment to modernize agriculture and to ensure food security for our nation.
Yeah, and like you just mentioned, I think with the traditional farming strength and the development of technologies and innovation, I'm sure that Henan will continue to play an indispensable role in the development of agriculture of China. All right, and that would do it for this today's special coverage, and I think it's time for us to have a taste of some delicious popcorn.
And this popcorn is made from a specific variety of corn. I didn't know they had that specific variety. Professor Wang just told us today. So Chun-Yi and I and Professor Wang will dig in and have a little taste here. We'll leave you there, but thank you for watching our special coverage. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.